you hover around 500 on the road. Don't you think, Steve, to position yourself for the playoffs?
No question. As long as you can control your home court and get a good record there, then 500 on the road is just fine. But this is a Hawks team that's looking to take the next step, Kevin, to really become the elite. They've been kind of stuck in the middle for a while now.
T kicks to Williams. Stolen by Ellis. Calderon passes to Dallenberg. That falls nice through this time from Jose Calderon.
Nice way for him to get started here early.
And guys, hopefully a sign of things to come from him here.
Williams kicks to T. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Marion with the steal. Ellis against T. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Well, Ellis is just a dynamic scorer, as we all know. A penetrator, a lane runner. He's a guy who can absorb contact in transition and still finish off plays. Just one of the best perimeter players that we have in this league.
He really is. He's always been a great scorer. He's been asked to take a lot of big shots. That's nothing new for him to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line. You never know. We might see another game winner here tonight. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Good on both. And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, you know, Steve, with your fan base.
You know, Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking uniform suggestions. You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Millsap kicks to T. He feeds it to Horford. Dishes to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Give a step back. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
A lot of high hopes for what Lou Williams could do with the new team last year. They really started off quickly with Atlanta. Had some good games, but eventually the season went down the drain with that knee injury in January.
Here's T after the made shot from Monte Ellis. T kicks to Williams. Pass to Millsap. Rejected by Marion. Ellis against Williams. And it's Ellis penetrating. 7-foot shot. A stupendous finish in traffic. Ellis has got 6. For Williams' quickness, a big part of this game. We'll see how the knee affects his game part.
You know, it normally takes a year or so to get back to playing, 2 years to get back to 100%, but he signed to a very cap-friendly contract to Atlanta. They'd be able to weather his loss until he's back to his old self.
Horford. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to speak with Mike Budenholzer for a minute. Coach told me that he knows they have a tough assignment in Dirk Nowitzki. We talked about what makes Dirk so difficult to defend against, and he pointed to Dirk's ability to hit jumpers when he is seemingly completely off balance, saying it'll look like he's falling over, then he just turns and flips the ball in. I know I've seen Dirk do that on more than one occasion, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Williams for 3. Counts the bucket. Williams has got 5.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Takes it to Calderon. A 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night. T gets a screen from Brand. Back to T. The feed to Horford. Williams. Horford with a screen on Calderon. Williams in the post. He's started by Calderon. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Jose Calderon.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the night. That one drops. He ties it up.
The Hawks made the playoffs again, but ended up losing in the first round to the Pacers in 6 games. Dropped the first 2 in Indiana, won the next 2 in Atlanta, but it all ended when the Pacers got them in Game 6.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, and for the Hawks, it's been 6 consecutive seasons with basically this group. Certainly Joe Johnson left as a free agent to Brooklyn. But, Steve, they had yet to get past the second round in any of those playoff runs.
I think that's why they decided to part ways with Josh Smith and originally with Joe Johnson 2 seasons ago, just to make that next step, to start fresh. They may take a dip here, but I think the future does look bright.
Williams dishes to Millsap. On the wing. Calderon with it. And Sean Marion with the slam. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for that.
A great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, trying to rack up those block shots, guys.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Williams. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Williams has got 9 points. The Mavericks leading. Now here's Calderon. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Ellis outside. The dish to Nowitzki. Pass to Ellis. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And, of course, this is the first they're seeing of Dallas.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these 2 teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
Now here's Williams. He's got 9. Back to T. Feeds it to Millsap. Good work defensively by Marion. Going back for a second, your comment, Steve, and the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these 2 teams were certainly closely matched.
Millsap with the steal. Williams with the ball, picked up by Nowitzki. Steps back and fires. Shots speedy, checks in the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. He's playing in his first NBA.
It's about this young man. What a bright future he has in this league.
And they thought enough about him to make him a first-round pick, so that speaks volume. Finally, we get to see him in NBA action.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, there are a lot of players in the history of the NBA that have had a signature shot or move. And Dirk is right in that group. You know, when he gets into that fall away where he's leaning back and gets his knee into the defender a little bit, that clearly is his patented and trademark shot.
And that one falls for Nowitzki. And then I heard a scout call it the other day, a flamingo fadeaway of Dirk Nowitzki. We've all seen it before. He didn't have that when he first came in the league, did he?
No, he was more of a face-up guy. You know, I think he had to adjust to NBA defenders, the speed and the length. And so rather than, you know, just shoot those spot-up shots, he started going to that, what I call the Lederhosen fall away.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
Now, here's Scott. And here's Corver from the arc. Ellis with some nice D.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Marion with it. Now defended by Schroeder. Carter kicks to Marion. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Calderon gets it to go on the assist from Monte Ellis. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season, it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
Speedy gets the bucket, and a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player.
You know, he's a player that flew under the radar at draft time, and while he may not have the raw talent of some of the highly touted prospects, there's a lot of things to like about this kid.
Not the least of which is character, Steve. His drive and his effort level more than make up for the shortcomings he may have in other areas.
Here is Korver after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. With the bars in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. Second, the Mavericks.
I think free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everybody last season just had the hot hand.
Mavericks leading by 3. Calderon dishes to Ellis. Passes it to Nowitzki. Carter outside on the wing. Marion. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Ellis. From deep three-point range, Atlanta with the rebound. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. No good from Schroeder.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit. Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
The pass to Larkin. Vince Carter on the wing. Larkin kicks to Harris. He passes to Crowder. Back to Harris. He feeds it to Crowder. No good from outside. And back to Budenholzer, who was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team, right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score, I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Here's Larkin. Dishes to Carter. Larkin. Dallas again missing.
Couldn't convert. A nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Here's Schroeder. Kicks it to Carroll. Pass to Schroeder. And stolen by Blaine. Break Dallas. Carter leading the charge. And the basket by Harris.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Schroeder off the pick from Scott. Here's Schroeder. Pass to Jenkins. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Scott the pass to Schroeder. Back to Scott. Carroll. Pass to Schroeder. The feed to Korver. The pass to Schroeder. Here's Jenkins, and he hits it to tie the game up. Jenkins got his first 3 points of the game. Dallas has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. Harkin kicks to Harris. The dish to Carter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
He kicks it to Jenkins. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Dallas. And it's Carter penetrating. Feet to Harris. Back to Carter. Let's go. And it's Carter again missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And back with the start of the second quarter in
Williams has two things working for him on the offensive end. First, he is lightning fast. And secondly, he shoots the ball so well that he's able to use a great pump fake and really keeps defenders guessing.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, this was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NBA last season, guys, about 72%.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Going back to Williams, more turnover prone last season than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's normally a strength of his, Kevin. High volume offense without turning it over. Of course, he changed teams, so perhaps adjusting to the new system made him a little more mistake prone.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, it's hard to imagine Dirk Nowitzki playing on a different team than the Mavericks. And he said he wants to finish his career in Dallas. But he's also definitely unhappy with just fighting for the 8th seed like they were last season. He said, quote, "I will never forget the 2011 season. We were the underdog in just about every series, and we came out winning it all. That still brings chills down my spine. Other than that, I don't play for anything else." Guys, he's itching to get back in the hunt.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Doris. The Hawks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And that one falls for Williams. And Williams drops them both. Mavericks leading by 4. Ellis right side. Swing gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And a chance to look at some of the numbers for Jose Calderon. Good season for him last year. First in three-point field goal percentage. And his passing skills were on full display last season. He was in the top 15 in the league in assists.
And, you know, you also brought up his #1 ranking in three-point field goal percentage. I mean, that says a lot when you can combine assisting and knocking down threes. That's a heck of a combination.
And Ellis drops them both. Here's Williams. 17 points in the game. He passes to Speedy. He dishes it to Millsap.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
He hit his foul shots at about a 74% clip last season.
First free throw is good.
You go back to the 2006 draft when Paul Millsap was taking 47 shots. Now remember, he had led college basketball in rebounding in all 3 of the years he played at Louisiana Tech. 3 straight years leading the NCAA. That's something that never had been done. Not even by a 4-year player. And he ended up being drafted 47. Hard to figure how that could happen, but he's made the most of his time in the NBA.
The Speedy. With the lead pass, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Ellis against Williams, and it's blocked. Right side T. Pass it to Speedy. Millsap a screen. He feeds it to Williams. Dishes it to Brand. Back to Williams. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Clark, going back to that 2006 draft you were talking about, it wasn't exactly stacked. In fact, Millsap might be the second best player in that draft class, Steve, after LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, it's amazing when you look back. I mean, how did he slip through the cracks all the way to the second round? He might not have had prototype size for the power forward position, but you know, it's all about production, and he was one of the great rebounders the college game had ever seen.
Double team on Williams. And the pass to Speedy. Kicks it to Millsap. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by Williams.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Ellis kicks to Mary. Back to Ellis. And he crossed body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
What a game for Ellis. He's got 11 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
And he knocks down the first one.
Still haven't seen them miss a shot from the line in this quarter, so they're doing a nice job of protecting the lead.
Well, they're cashing in from the line. I mean, they're making them pay for fouling them right now.
And Ellis drops them both. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. You take a look at Calderon. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
Well, for him, it was one of the best years he could have behind the three-point line. A dream year behind the arc for this guy. He was the #1 three-point shooter in the league.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Ellis. Speedy, the pass to Brand. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marion's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Ellis against Williams. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. The Mavericks have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And the first one at the line is good. Al Horford is checked in for the Hawks. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Ellis. Pass to Speedy. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 20 points.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Nowitzki dishes to Calderon. Lets it go from deep. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Mavericks lead by 2. Keep it here for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you after the break for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's the first game of the NBA season, but on the halftime report, we're already in mid-season form. Out at American Airlines Center, the Mavericks in a tightly contested game against Atlanta. Defensive pressure so far paying off. They're forcing miscues, ripping and running. Monte Ellis dialed in against Atlanta's defense. He's got 14 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. And for the Hawks, also a strong start. They're looking to establish themselves early on as a winning team. Lewis Williams really playing effortlessly. He's carrying the team, doing everything he can to put them over the top. And that'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The third quarter, just about to get underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Dallas leading by 5. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Devin Harris settling into a scoring combo guard role last season in Atlanta. He's quick off the dribble. He's a streaky three-point shooter. And because of that combination, he's able to keep defenders on their heels.
And he can't get the first one. And for Harris, his outside shot has been his weakness offensively. The last few seasons, though, Steve, some of the best shooting from long distance.
Around 35%, in fact, from the three-point line the last 3 seasons, Kevin. So, he's not a lights-out shooter, but he's become respectable from that range. Unfortunately, his free throw attempts have diminished of late. Maybe he's lost a step athletically.
And he's good on the second. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Brand, a screen on Calderon. Passes it to Speedy. Here's Schroeder. Now the feed to Williams. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Now Calderon. Pass to Harris. Back to Calderon. Harris outside. That ball's nice through this time for Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists tonight. 1:12 left in the third quarter. The pass to Speedy. Here's Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That's good. 23 points for Lou Williams.
Yeah, that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
And it's Carter missing. The Hawks trail by 6. Outside Williams. Here's Brand. Sinks the 15-footer. Brand's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Carter right side. From downtown, another 3 for Dallas.
They've been splashing home those 3s since halftime.
Definitely a big improvement in their shooting from what we saw before the break.
Williams gets a screen from Brand. Williams gets to Brand. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Williams has got 25 points. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Calderon kicks to Harris. And another basket for Dallas.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
From half court, shot no good. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Dallas leading by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter.
Points. Something we've also
Ellis outside. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. On the Mavericks with some changes. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Larkin. And it's Marion in for Monte Ellis. Williams passes to Horford. Back to Williams. Pass to Schroeder. Here's Speedy. He's guarded by Calderon. On the clock. Williams, that's for 2. The Hawks again can't hit.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
And it's Carter missing.
terrific job that time defending at the rim. It's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Two, no good. Heartbreak. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 8.
I'm sure he'd like that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving points at the line.
And here's Calderon. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Atlanta on D. Carter dishes to Dallenberg. Blocked. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. The Hawks trail by 8. Outside Williams. He passes it to Schroeder. Back to Williams. Lets it go with a 3. That's blocked.
Another rebound. Gobbled up here. County reward.
A big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Dallenberg. Back in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
And Carter backs in. Marion. Here's the dish to Calderon. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Stolen by Schroeder. Here's Williams. He shoot again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. So Horford gets 2. Here's Larkin. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
Feeds to Harris. Left side Harris. Larkin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Scott pulls it in. Here's Schroeder. Here's Korver for 3. It's money from deep. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good one.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Norris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
You've just played your first official NBA game. Did things go as you expected?
Yeah, I think it went okay. I wasn't out there a whole lot, but I tried to make some things happen when I was given the chance. It feels good to be a part of this team, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to, continue to prove myself. I know I can be an asset here, so I got to make sure I take advantage of every chance I get.
Tignan mo suot mo.